All right, it is officially 7:30, March 24th, 2019. This is a Facebook, Instagram emergency type of conversation. And normally I would not call for like an emergency convo, but after doing some research and looking into some stuff, I'm like, all right, I need to bring some more awareness and attention to some things that are happening in the business. And I was like, okay, we got to have a call. So let me pull up my notes since I can't pull up my notes on my computer at the same time as this. All right. So I want to start off with just letting you know, entering into the behind the scenes, just a smidge of what's happening right now. So right now, you all know, me getting this opportunity to move to Tampa has been a huge upside opportunity, bigger than what I think has been explained. So I wanted to take just a quick moment to explain what that could look like. The Florida Gulf Division legitimately in 4 months from now could be called the Florida Gulf Game Changers Division. Like, we have a chance at taking over the entire Florida Gulf Division as a unit, not just as a district, but as a division. What that could look like is very exciting. I think about what our mission is, what our vision of what it means to be a division of vector marketing. Now, we already do a great job as Game Changers, but to oversee and operate multiple organizations. What I came up with, and I had this conversation with Amanda that was really helpful, of the 8x8, 8 district managers and 8 branch managers that fill up this territory. I just want you to think about what that could look like. And I mapped out some numbers and put potential map together of what this could look like, and the different cities where I could put offices if I wanted to. And, we came up with 8 district territories and 8 branch territories. Those that are listed below, I don't necessarily need to read all of them, but I think about the smaller markets to be able to capitalize on what we do best as a Clearwater Game Changers organization. What do we do best? I'm not talking about vector marketing. I'm not talking about the business of Cutco. I'm talking about what we do best, what I do best as a manager, as a leader. And I do these 3 things. I recruit, I retain, and I develop. And when we can do those 3 things collectively as a team, and you can back me on those 3 things, where we recruit talent. When I say retain, a lot of things go behind that, which is helping people make money, helping people hit their goals, helping people feel valuable in the business world. That's what I mean by retention. And as far as development, giving them an opportunity to grow personally, professionally, and financially in our business so they could advance within our corporate structure, or take what they learn here and advance outside of our corporate structure. There's so many great examples of people. I just got a text message a couple weeks ago from Chelsea Hage, who was my assistant last summer. She said she was able to, I don't need to over embellish. I could just read the text message. She says, "Hey, I just want to thank you for all the training you gave me. Because of being vector trained and being able to work in your organization, I got accepted into a program called the Prince Entrepreneurship Program through Stetson. It's a group that travels around America pitching their business ideas, and usually only for seniors and juniors. After going through a long interviewing process, I was accepted without even have to go through one interview, because they were so impressed from their first impression and from my resume from Vector. So thank you very much." Like, that's what I mean by development. That's one of many examples of text messages and emails that I get to experience as a manager. This is what I came up with. Modification 1.0 version. This will probably be developed. But if you read what it says on the screen, I would say this is a generic mission statement or vision statement of what we're looking to get accomplished as a Florida Gulf division, a division of vector marketing. We offer a real leadership and management opportunity for aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners, or for a aspiring entrepreneur or business owner. We help young people build a strong foundation of personal, professional, and financial growth. We use the best kitchen product in the world as a vehicle to connect our sales team to their dreams. We are the Bay Area Game Changers. And what that really means to me is the more I get exposed to young people graduating college and graduating high school, those 2 transition points. Graduating high school, I love that Delilah sitting in front of me, graduating high school. It's like, what do I do next? And then graduating college, guess what? What do I do next? And it's the transitions there that we help people with that is unlike any other company to help bridge that gap. And what's beautiful about what we do for young people and what we offer young people as far as bridging that gap is this is a great place to mess up. This is a great place to learn about ourselves, about who we are and who we're becoming, and all of our all of the things that show up from our insecurities to our strengths and the things that it is amazing that we have a safe playground to be able to do those things. And to not digress too much, but I was watching this documentary. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this documentary, The Fire.
Oh, we've all seen this.
Okay. So if you have not seen this documentary, it is really it held my attention the whole time. And it might not have held my attention because of what you think. Now, here's the backstory very quick. This guy, big scam artist, okay, pretty much put a whole thing together and scamming people. It made a ton of money scamming people, essentially. But that's not what was appealing. That was not what was appealing. For me, what was so appealing about this documentary is the power of social media influence. I was blown away by how powerful social media influence. What did they do? What did they do to create the excitement for this festival that never even happened, or this idea? What did they do? They put a beautiful, awesome video together. They got these beautiful supermodels that were influencers on Instagram. They had these beautiful Instagram models share a green box that went viral. And all of a sudden, everyone sees this green box, and then they say, what is this? What is this green box? And all it says, check here for the best festival ever, the Fire Festival, whatever. They click this link, and it shows a promo video of how awesome a dream festival looks like. And that's how they got thousands of people bought into this vision of this festival by simply using social media, by using Instagram, really not even Facebook, Instagram and Twitter a little bit. And I think about what we offer is not a scam. What we offer is pretty freaking amazing. And what we offer, a lot of people don't even know. They don't even know we exist. So I'm not saying we go and do what Fire did, which is create a green box and get all these influencers to, go post something out there. But I think we have a shot at doing something similar. What could it look like if we enrolled influencers to post some stuff up there that's a box or something? We already do the triple threat type of thing, but what could it look like if we did put a badass video together that showed what it means to be a game changer, or what it means to be vector trainer, what it means to be working in an organization? And we had people just post this up, and it goes out to their following. I'll pay him $20 to post it. Most of the influencers would be pretty positive on, even if it's $50. Hey, if you post this, my manager said he'll give you $20 to share this link. And if they have 2, 3, 4, 5, 10,000 followers in the Tampa Bay area, and they just post something up there, and it's just a triple threat type of thing in the Tampa Bay area, plus in the whatever you guys want to talk about. What is it called? Not the comment section. What is that called? Wherever they post whatever they post for the link.
Swipe up?
A swipe up, whatever, we'll call it a swipe up for right now. So it's like, hey, swipe up for info or whatever. And that link takes them to an awesome video. And at the end of the video, shows them how they could apply to get more information about what it means to work in this organization. What did we put in this video? We put experience, we put resume, we put fun, we put young professional, we put entrepreneur, we put business owner, we put comma paychecks, we put vacations, we put all the stuff that you can get from working with vector marketing. Not even working at vector marketing, working as a Clearwater game changer. What does that mean? Now we're the Bay Area game changer. What does that mean? Innovation. What does that mean? Personal growth. What does that mean? Getting paid what you're worth. What does that mean? Mentorship. Community involvement. Giving back. That's what we do. And we encompass that into this awesome idea. I don't know. I think we have something there. So here's the numbers of what shows up for me. Before I transition numbers, I'm just curious to come up for some air for just a second. Any of this show up for any of you that's listening right now? Let me exit this for just a second. Any of you guys that are hearing this at this second in time, and I'll put everyone on the screen so we all can chat, just have a quick combo. Anything that I just said, is this insane? Is this like Mike? That's I don't know. Is this like our mission statement or vision statement? What we're trying to get accomplished? What we're trying to do? What we're trying to brand? I'm just curious if anything shows up to one or two of you that either excites you or interests you, or you have a comment or a question about of anything I just talked about, whether it be the 8x8, whether it be the recruiting, retention, development, whether it be our mission statement, whether it be this fire idea.
I kind of like the fire idea. I think it's smart to kind of go off of that and kind of let someone else do the backbone of the work. But it's not really, instead of like friending, like instead of sitting in front of that laptop and taking those 15 minutes every day and doing that, pay someone $20 and they get 10 times that done just by posting something. I think that's really smart.
Mm. And to your point, this would be in addition to those messaging, kind of like Facebook messaging is in addition to still calling customers. This would be in addition to. We still have Old Faithful. We know Old Faithful works. We know that Facebook messaging has created $1 million in sales during the last couple of years here locally, just in our Game Changers organization. So we're definitely not doing this and to replace that. This would definitely be in addition to, but I agree with you, Lindsay. I 100% agree if we did enroll some of these people. Thank you for that.
I also think that it just, for me, it feels that's what you believe. And I think when you believe something and you live it, that you can only be successful with it. You know what I'm saying? That
yeah.
You believe that we should develop the youth and we should give them an entrepreneurial opportunity. And this is living out your belief system.
Yeah.
I support that thoroughly. That's why I'm here.
I think that's why all of us are here.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if you wouldn't be sitting here right now if you didn't believe what I believe.
Exactly.
And that's why I want to call this meeting, because my new office in Tampa, my goal is to get it recruitable, to be able to recruit in it ideally by Thursday. We're putting the new floors in. He's painting, putting the floors in today and tomorrow. I already moved the conference room table. I could get a videographer to come in. I could, have a videographer for this weekend at kickoff, interview each person on the Game Changers team or something like that at summer kickoff, where you guys could say your little thing, have them cut and edit it, pay him a couple $100 and put a badass video like of that, along with me speaking, some of the content from the event, plus a tour of the office. And I could get this collaboration done. It'll cost me a couple $100. But I think, and then it's like a voiceover of explaining of like, this is our mission. This is what we do. This is where we're at. This is what it means to be a game changer. If you're interested, boom, at the end of the video, it says like interested, go to our website or get some more information or message the person that gave you this video, something like that. So that's something that's on my mind. And if we're going to move in this direction, of course, we got to move in this direction pretty quick, because obviously I got to go find someone and we got to make this happen. So any additional comments or questions on that before I transition?
Yeah,
please go ahead,
I do like that idea of having doing the interview and then the voiceover and all that, and having that video and getting it all ready this weekend at the kickoff. And I really do think it would help and get the word out.
Yeah. How cool would this be? It's nice, Dalila is on board right now, is because she's a product of this. I mean, she's branched and ran 2 businesses and was an assistant manager with me. And to have that testimony is really powerful. It's really powerful to say, yeah, who I was and who I am. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing as a product of being vector trained, that we have that backing of who you were to where you are. I think you're a great product of that. And then we also have the people who are in their late 20s now, Patricia Valadares, who's gone through the process, but now where she's at, or Doris Kopek, who's in their mid to late 20s, I could reach out to them and be like, listen, you know, you'd be dumb to not do this. This is where I was, this is where I am now, and that was the gap. Like, we want to breed this. It's very exciting. So let me go ahead and transition to what's important now and where we're at. So that way I could just kind of show you some of this stuff, and then I'll start wrapping up. All right. Let me go to my keynote again here. Share screen. Where is this? Where the heck? Okay. So this is what it's looking like. As far as 10 assistant managers and our recruiting assistants, essentially an assistant manager, recruiting assistant, their roles are going to be very identical when it comes to these things: 150 messages, 150 ads, and 15 PR setup each week. Everyone who's on board to do those things will get paid. They'll get paid for their time. They'll get paid with prizes. And we also have the awesome company trip. Weekly, that means as a team, we're sending 1,500 messages. We're adding 1,500 more people. We're setting 150 people up for interviews. After 10 weeks, the peak recruiting, which is mid-April till end June, that's over 15,000 messages that we send and 1,500 people set up for interviews. Now, the breakdown of that with our ratios, the 15,000 messages will probably get about a 5% response rate, where 5% of them will get set up for interviews, which yields about 750 people getting set up for interviews. And then the other 750 to get to the 1,500 will come from, you know, interview PR names and training and whatnot from there. That's breaking down all the numbers between the people that are not qualified, the people that, you know, lose interest, whatever it might be. We'll get about 85 Cutco representatives launched before July. From the 15,000 new ads, it's middle of the summer, not as many people are active looking for work. That means we'll get another 25 launched during July from all the ads that we did during this entire time frame as well. To put those numbers in perspective, that gives us 110 launched, plus conveyor, like the automatic text message system we have, plus the people I set up for interviews, which is going to be about 200 to 300 this summer, plus mailers, plus web, plus Craigslist. That's going to get us 150 people selling Cutco in the Tampa Bay area this summer. Put that in perspective, last summer, we had about 75. Carlos in Tampa had about 70. And the summer before that, our best summer ever, we had about 80 something. So 150 doubling up our recruits, we will position ourselves with Ray, Nicole, Jamie, Dylan, and Colton, all selling Cutco, with all of us staff, we have a shot at $1 million summer, which has never even been heard of ever in the history of Pinellas County, in the Tampa Bay area. Like, it's not even come close. Matt King's never had it. He's got like to 800, maybe at biggest. It's exciting to see what we can make happen. Not only that, what happens at the end of that, we'll have about 30 TLA candidates or more, plus the development from Amanda, Steven, Mason, Josh, plus their development. I mean, we're looking like we have a pretty exciting district and division team. So if we want to funnel them into the 8 branch territories and the 8 district territories, the Stephen DeFala program is real. One summer to the next, they say, you know what? I really like this Cutco thing. I'm really loving it. I'm learning a ton. I want to give this opportunity to other people. Boom. They can become a district manager in one of those smaller markets that we have available, or larger markets. Branch manager, hey, I really like this Cutco thing. I want to do this as a summer internship opportunity. Boom. Open up their own office like Josh did right out of high school. Boom, going to open up his own business. We have 30 people to pull from, if not more, for those opportunities, including all of the people that are listening in right now. That's exciting. So let's go into some logistics real quick. I want to go through, I'm going to share the screen. I want to make sure that we're on the same page with how to do this stuff, because I feel like right now, some of us are, we know what to do, but it's not getting done. So I'm going to stop the screen share and I'll pull it up on the screen here. So let me just show you what it looks like. It's so simple to do, but it needs to get done. So I'm just going to I'll use, how can I do this? What I'll do is I'll turn it on to this side of the desk here. So that way you guys can see my screen of what I'm doing here. Cool. And then they could see my screen just so I don't have to crank my neck. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right. So let me go ahead and I'll log into a few of yours. So I'll log into Delila's right now. I've been managing each of your guys' accounts. So so this is Delila's right now. So what I would do is I would click right now. I'd click on Delila. I'll click on her name. My internet's super slow. Hopefully my Zoom doesn't crash. I'm going to click on her name. I'm going to click on her friends. And then I'm going to click over here where it says recently added. And then I'm going to scroll down to the ones right here, and it has a USF. It's not bolded, so add to another list, not bolded. Add to another list, not bolded. So I'm going to scroll all the way down until I find, see it's bolded, it's checked. So that means I've already added him to the list. So I'm going to go over here. This one's checked. So I'm going to start at the bottom and find out where I left off. So this one's not checked. Boom, that one's checked. So I left off here at Matt. So that means all of these other ones, I got to add them to her USF list, because the only people that we're sending friend requests to right now are USF. So I would go through. It's a little tedious. I've been doing this every day for several hours per day because of how important this is. Running each of your accounts. And that's why I'm calling this emergency meeting, because I am not able to do this for everyone's account anymore, but this is what needs to happen. So we put this on this list. I'll just do those. Okay. So then she has all these to do. Then I'm going to go through, I'm going to find one of these people that looks like someone we might want to recruit. So let's say, Sam Newton right here. Okay. Studied University of South Florida. Now you might say, Mike, if they already graduated, do we really want to add them? Yes, because like we just mentioned, a lot of these kids that have graduated still could benefit from our opportunity. What if they're 21, 22 right now, they got their college degree, but then we have a career opportunity for them next summer, the Stephen DeFalo program. They start selling Cutco this summer. Next summer, we'll give them 16 grand to open up their own office, and then 20 months later, they have a BMW. Like, what? They do that for a couple years, save 100 grand, and then go off, and then they're 25, and then they can use their degree. That is a great program. That is a great opportunity. Yes, I want them to know we exist. So I find her, I click on her, I go here, college, boom, University of South Florida. I scroll all the way down. So scroll all the way down to the bottom, okay? And then I'm gonna click right click. I click inspect, console, and then I'm gonna go over here to my notes section here. And I'm just going to copy this, which each of you guys, of course, will have this if you don't already. Copy that right there, 1,000, and change that to 500. And then boom, it just goes ahead and adds all these people, to Delila's friends list or to her account. So it just works behind the scenes, really simple. And it just goes ahead and sends friend requests to each of these people. Yeah, it's amazing. So let me pause there while this is doing this. Are there any questions on how I just did that? Or any confusions or any comments on how to set that up?
Can you just send that code again in the group chat?
Yep, 100%. I'll send it right now.
Thank you.
I have a question. So once it added them, do you still have to add them to the USF list or whatever?
No. See, you don't, because you didn't already have any friends on Facebook because you weren't using it. So every single person that you have that you're friends with, you could send a message to because they're all students. Delila, on the other hand, already had like 2,500 friends from like FSU, from Pensacola, from all over the place, that had to create a new list for the new ads. But you have a unique situation for that. Great question. So now it stops. Boom. Now you look here, it's like all these friend requests got sent. You see? Pretty simple?
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. All right. So then that's Delila's list on how to add new friends. I want to go ahead and show one more just so we're on the same page. So I'll log out. I'll go to, let me go to Alex's list. Okay. So this one here is really unique as well, because Alex, a lot of his are going to be potential recruits too. So then I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to friends list. So you click on friends list. Now, Alex, I did this for you today, so if I messed anything up, you could fix it. I created a new thing called potential recruits. I click on that. This is how many people Alex has on his potential recruits list. So how does he have that many people? What did I do? I went over here to see all. I clicked friends. Every single person that looked young, I clicked and added them to this potential recruits list. That's literally what I did. So anybody that looked young, I went click. It took me about, I don't know, 40 minutes today. But that's what I went ahead and did, so that way he has a list of potential recruits. Now, granted, there might be some people, Alex, that's like, I don't know, like this guy, Clayton Spillman, he might be like your mom's accountant. I have no idea. But he looked like a student that I wanted to message, you know? So that's pretty much how that works. Really, really simple. And that's another way that if I'm Alex, I would just add people to my list. Or you could do it the way I just showed you with Dalila, which is every time I have recently added, I could just scroll over here, add to another list, click potential recruits. Those are my two ways to create that list and get them to that list. Are there any questions on that?
So basically, it's the same as we used to do it, except for you click inspect and copy and paste that code. It'll add it.
And it adds them. Yeah, you got it. And then you do everything else the same. Yeah.
I have a comment.
Yes, please.
So when you do that, you want to make sure that your suggested friends little pop-up above the list of friends is closed. Otherwise, you'll
That's a big point. Very important. So watch. Like, this is a great point because I had this happen with freaking Trevante, and then Trey all of a sudden kept getting these people from like Nigeria and porn stars and all this stuff. Because here's what happens. If you click right here, sometimes there's a pop-up that shows up right here that says suggested friends list. You've got to X that out. Thank you, Sierra. That's a huge point because if you don't X that out, I asked Trey, I was like, Trey, why the hell do you have all these people? You know, like, how is that? He was all sorts of confused. So that's as far as that goes. So great point. Thank you for that, Sierra. So that's Alex's situation. That's the Leela situation. I'll do one more with Kiani. Let's see. Okay, so let me show you this one here. So I entered an old password. Kiani, did you change your password, I guess, or?
I think I did.
Got it. Okay, so it's okay if you want to take control back. That's no big deal. Let me use who's another one that's a similar situation as yours. I guess no one else. Okay, so I was just going to show you on yours just because yours was a little unique too, but I'll move on. So that's Facebook. That's how to add friends. Now this is important. So when I click on you guys, and you click on the friends list, this will show you how many friends you have for Facebook Jumpstart. So Trevante is up to 618. When you go to Facebook Jumpstart each week, you go to FB Jumpstart. You guys should know this, but just to make sure you have this. This is so we have an accurate count of where everyone's at. You click submit activity. So Trey, what we say? Trey has 618. So you click submit activity, and then you type in you type in your email address. And now Trey's is actually I have under my email address. So I put Trey's under mine, and then I realized I was like, okay, I got to set up these separately. Then you just type in that number, 618, boom, next, that's it. That's all you have to do. None yet. We haven't started messaging, but this is going to keep track of all of our data for us as a Game Changers team, okay? Now, let me move forward to Instagram influencers. This is the next to last thing, and then we'll wrap up. Instagram influencers. So with the help of George, we've already, where did that just go? Okay, so what we've started doing, what the hell? What? All right, let me stop share screen real quick. All right, let's try that again. Okay, cool. So with the help of George, this is what we have so far. We have all these influencers that have at least 1,000 to 1,500 or more. So we're up to 164. So with our top being 30,000, and these are all in the Tampa Bay area. So we have USF, Freedom High School. This girl has 26,000. This girl has 15,000, and then down there from 7,000 all the way down. So these are all influencers from all high schools. So I wanted to show you how we're finding these people, and that way you can potentially help. I'll give you access to that spreadsheet so you can add people there too, doing what we were talking about with Instagram. So what I would do is I would type in like USF as a location. So I would have to type in University of South Florida right here, click it as a location. And then I would just look and see like someone, we click on this person, Maggie. So she has 1,200 followers, University of South Florida. So 1,200 followers, okay, that's not bad. It's not ideal, but it could potentially work. We copy her name, we put it right here. We scroll down, copy paste, change it to 10-point font. And her total was 1287 USF. Boom. And then just delete that. And then go to the next person. So, and then go to, someone else. So let's say, this looks like a cheerleader, Kendra. Yeah, there you go. Boom. USF Nursing, Sundahl, 4,000. Copy her name, go over here. Right there, bang, change it to 10-point font. Her total was 4,038, 4038, USF, boom. Next one. So this is how we're finding influencers. What I'm going to do, and what I need somebody, and not me, I need a female. So I need Lindsay, Sierra, Dalila, or Kiki to message every one of these influencers with a copy-paste message that says, hey girl, I saw your profile. I'll send you a link. Obviously I can't send this because, it's super creepy coming from a 33-year-old dude saying, hey, I saw your profile. You look like someone that could be an influencer. Oh, and Jacinda's another one. She's going to be helping us out too. But let me see, who is this? Giovanni sent this to me. So right here. So this says, friendly reminder about, those are the text messages. All right, I'll get the text. I don't have the profile. Shoot, I'm sorry. I should have had this saved already. Sentence mission. Where is this? Dang it. But anyway, I have the text. All you do is you copy and paste this text message to the people and send them the message. And those individuals, I will either hire them on to help us set people up for interviews, or I'll pay them to just post a status on the same date as everyone else. Boom, we blitz it with that status that we eventually get. And I'll pay them and have them do that. But ideally, to start, we're going to try to hire them. We're going to try to hire them on as recruiting assistants. Social media recruiting assistants is essentially what they're going to be. Social media recruiting assistants to help us hit some of our recruiting goals that we want to hit. Any questions or comments on the Instagram? Good. Okay. Last thing is fostering relationships. So all of these people that are on this list, so these 618 on Trayvonte's list, this is the news feed that is only for those people on this list. So all of these people that have stuff like that they're posting, those are only people on that friends list. You want to just foster these relationships by liking all of their stuff. If you see something that is like, oh, wow, that's a really cool fish. I love fishing too. You could like and comment like nice catch, something like that. Nice catch, super simple, foster a relationship. And in that way, when we do message them, it's not like, who the heck are you? It's like, oh, that's the person who liked my status. That's the person who wished me happy birthday. That's the person who commented on the big nice fish catch post. So you want to foster those relationships right now. It's really, really important. Any questions or comments on that?
How often?
I would say, I mean, we're talking daily, like anytime, net time, you're in the bathroom, you're at a traffic light, you're eating dinner, you're having a snack, like net time, as many times as you possibly can to like and comment on their stuff to foster those relationships. So to wrap up in closing, what's important now? What's important now is getting us to over 2,500 friends each. That's our focus. Ideally, we want to get to 2,500 each. If we can get there by this time next week. Now, I know that's big. That's why I've been working really hard to get you all to where you all are at so far. But now it's easy. Now it's easy because all the foundation has been built. You have 30, 40, 50 mutual friends with a lot of these people. All you got to do is that little segment of what I just did. Do that 2 or 3 times a day. Just let it go in the background of your computer while you're doing homework or whatever, and just keep adding. What lists are you guys targeting? This is what I put together so far, and then I'll come to Lindsay. So right now, this is your schools, and I'll share this with you. So these are the schools of where I got Lindsay in. You can see next to her name. Alex, you can see his name. Trey, you can see his name. Alex, Sierra, you can see her name. And then Dalila and Ella's accounts are strictly just USF. I've been targeting Dalila towards juniors, seniors, and graduates, and Ella's is going towards freshmen and sophomores. So that's how I set up their accounts. So Ella's targeting freshman, sophomore, Dalila, junior, senior, graduates. I got Kiki on University of Tampa, and then Sierra, Lindsay, and Trey on these schools here that are listed. Now you can see there's a few that don't have someone yet. We'll get to them when we get to them. Those are the lower end schools that we have in Tampa anyway, so it's not urgent that we get to them. Cool. Lindsay, you had a question.
Yeah, so when you say 2,500 friends, do you mean all on Facebook, Instagram and Facebook combined, on each social media? What are you talking about?
That's a great question. I was thinking more so just Facebook, but now that you mention it, I think it could be Facebook and Instagram combined. But I really, I would like it to be as close to that on Facebook as possible. But I think Instagram and Facebook combined is cool. Great point. Questions or comments?
So when do you want to get to 2,500?
Ideally, this time next week is my goal. Because the foundation has been laid. Like, you guys don't have to do much except what I just showed you, which is just adding. Because we, next week, this Thursday, I have a job fair at USF. Next week on Monday, we're going to start our active advertising on campus at USF. And then we're going to start messaging. Our messaging begins on April 7th is when we begin our messaging, where we start sending messages to reach out to these students. We're going to start with USF first. So we'll start with Dalila and Ella's accounts. And if Dalila and Ella, they're unavailable, they can't help, they're like, I'm traveling, this and that, I will hire an assistant like Jacinda to send the messages for them if they can't. So like I have it set up where we'll make sure that those people know we exist. In the beginning stages for USF, we're probably going to send 50 a day, 5 days a week. So we're sending 250 a week just because we want to get through to them before finals. And ideally, we could recruit some of them towards the end of April. High schools don't get out until the end of May, so that's not super urgent that we get to them. But we do want to get these college kids. And then we have the remote interview, which we'll talk about. We have lots of great opportunities in front of us. I don't need to get into all that, but right now, what's most important right now is we're finding influencers. That's number one. Number two, we're continuing to friend. And number three, we're fostering relationships. So with that being said, I need a female to either do it or I can do it for you from your Instagram. I'd prefer I could do it from your Instagram. Now, I know Instagram's like personal and I get it. I can care less about anything on your Instagram, I promise you. But I need someone to send the message to these influencers, and I need a female account to do so. So either you can do it, which I would love for you to do it, and I'll just coach you and send, and we'll have contact doing that, or you can just give me access to your Instagram and I'll send the messages for you. And that way the message says, if you're interested, let me know. They say, yeah, I'm interested. It's like, cool, let me get you in contact with my manager and he'll give you some more information. What's your phone number? I get the phone number. I put it on the spreadsheet next to it. You could, on that spreadsheet, and then I call them. That's it. And then I personally call them. I set them up for an interview, and then I interview them. And that's it. I just need your help, with that. So is there any takers that say, yeah, Mike, that's fine. You could just use mine. Or Mike, yeah, I'll send messages. That's totally cool.
I'd be willing to do both. I can send messages when I can, but I'd be happy sharing my info with you. So
done. Lindsay, you got it. Sold. So let's we'll connect. We'll figure out what works best, and then I'll leave you with it. Any final comments or thoughts or takeaways, real quick. Let's go around the horn real quick, and then I'll wrap up. 10 seconds or less. 10 seconds or less. Biggest takeaway from what we just talked about, and biggest action step. Biggest takeaway, biggest action step. So we'll go Alex, we'll go Sierra, we'll go Lindsay, we'll go George, we'll go Kiki, and then we'll go to Trey, and then Dalila and Brenda. Biggest takeaway, biggest action step. 10 seconds or less, and I'll wrap up.
Biggest takeaway, I would say, is definitely fostering the relationship. Biggest action step is just getting out there and friending, adding more people to the personal recruit list.
Excellent. We'll go Sierra, Lindsay, George.
Yeah. Biggest takeaway was definitely putting out like our opportunities out there on social media, and action step, definitely just adding more people, fostering my friends list, people on there.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to think Dalila and Ella, in 1 week that these girls give me access to their account. I got both of these girls over 1,500 friends now on their USF list. 1 week, like 10 days, a little less than 10 days. So excellent. Lindsay, we'll go Lindsay, George, Kiki.
Okay, awesome. So biggest takeaway is definitely using those recruits with higher following numbers to definitely help us out. And then action steps, just get on social media and click away.
Love it. George, Kiki, and then we'll go Dal, Trey, and then Brenda. And I'll wrap up.
I think a good action step would to be keep going with the influencers and everything, try to find a lot more. And I think making relations is really good.
Yeah. And by the way, George has done a great job. Our Bay Area Game Changers account, if you haven't, or our Instagram is over 8,000, approaching 9,000 followers. So we're going to be using that too. I'm going to hire a bot to send those messages for us. So I'm going to just pay a bot to do that messaging. So just because some of them live all over the freaking world, but they're all organic, but cool. We'll go Kiki, Dalila, Trey, and then Brenda, and I'll finish up.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
All right, awesome. One of my biggest takeaways was really cool. How you talked about the Fire Festival thing. I've been like wanting to watch it, so I feel like maybe now I will. And then also just going through Facebook and adding a whole bunch of friends. So action step is trying to like connect to Facebook a lot more now.
Excellent. Yeah, you have the biggest opportunity for us because you have the online training program. Our online demo rests on your shoulders. All those Tampa kids, all those UT kids are going to have an opportunity of a lifetime with the online sales and marketing program. And you're the number one team builder in the Clearwater Game Change. You might be the number one team builder in the region right now, or in the division right now, racking up all this free stuff. So you're doing great. Excellent. We'll go Dal, and then Trey, and then Brenda, and I'll wrap up real quick.
Biggest takeaway is definitely that bot that just adds people with the code. That's pretty cool. And biggest action step is to regain control of my account and start adding people.
We love that. Love that. Trey, and then Brenda, takeaway action step.
So for me, the biggest takeaway was the fostering relationship like Alex, but also so because of that, my next action step is just getting some more content, where we'll getting some more content too.
Yeah.
Just actually have on Facebook that's more current.
Yeah, take photos, selfies, like post stuff up, share people's things.
Birthday last night.
Yes, current stuff. I love that. Love that.
Also have a guy.
Videographer. Thank you. I'm glad someone said that. We need to get this video. Local videographer. Maybe I was thinking Anna even too, but
She's too busy.
yeah. So I need a local videographer too. Brenda, and then I'll take us home. Takeaway action step.
It was amazingly simple. easy to do,
Mhm.
and that really keeps Facebook updated and respond and make the connection.
Excellent. And Brenda's going to help us get into the HCC job fair that we have over in Tampa too. So I'll wrap up with this. Behind the scenes of this meeting, I know it seems like, oh, it's just behind the scenes of a staff meeting. We just spent 45 minutes, which is supposed to be 30. And I apologize on that. I don't even know how 45 minutes already passed. Like, that's crazy. But bottom line is, I just want to let you know, we're on the cutting edge. All of you are on the cutting edge of something absolutely incredible. To be behind the scenes of innovation, of entrepreneurism, of business, of real social media marketing, that the Fire Festival is a perfect example of this, that built millions and millions and millions of followers and revenue and everything, and you'll get to do that, but in an ethical way, is very, very exciting. And if you're not excited about it, you ought to be. You get to win a trip this summer. You get paid. You get to be a part of something bigger than just you. You're helping provide jobs for those people that don't have them. I mean, you have an awesome privilege and due diligence. Like, it is your responsibility to help me be the change agents of the Tampa Bay organization and the Florida Gulf Division. We're about to get some work done, so I can't wait to lock arms with you, and I'll show you what the new office looks like soon. So thank you for your time. I appreciate all of you, and if you have any questions, I'll stay on for just a couple minutes.